Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or for more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Well, there are two main components of soil that really supply the benefits that plants need to be able to grow, and that would be the soil organic matter. But in addition to that, it's dominantly clay minerals, the minerals that occur in the clay fraction and the clay particle size. They're largely the minerals that supply the ability of soils to retain nutrients that plants use. I have a soil sample here that is it's high in clay. It actually has a texture that we would call a silty clay. It has a texture that occurs in many of our subsoils in Kansas. It's around 40 to 45% clay, but one property of many of our soils in Kansas with a high clay content is a plasticity to it. And you can see how I can just rub this between my thumb and forefingers and it forms a very long ribbon. That indicates that it's a sample that's very high in clay, and it's also a type clay that has a lot of plasticity to it. The American Indians, they had known deposits that they would go to be able to dig out and mine. Some areas where the clay was concentrated in the soil. This is dominantly the clay that's the mineral that's called kaolinite that they would use to make pottery.
There are different qualities of clay. And so, typically it was based on geography and what you had access to. Different regions have different materials. I went to Italy. The clay there was green when I was using it, but it fires terracotta, and it's all about the iron content and sort of, how long it's been decomposing, and, there's countless additives and different sort of additions and subtractions you can make to your clay body. There's endless possibilities. We work with a periodic table of elements to compose glazes and to compose clay bodies. And so, we are scientists. We maybe don't go as in depth as understanding all of the different things, but we are balancing equations and calculating to make sure that we have what we need to make the right melts or to make the right color happen.
Hello, I'm Dr. Frank Lyons from Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center here in Manhattan, Kansas. Daryl was one of our patients that we did about 7 months ago.
I dug trees by hand for years and years and years. In the process, I wore out my rotating cuff. But when I learned about this process, I thought if there's a way to get rid of this pain, then I want to do it. So we did it, and it worked. And I'm not going to go out and dig trees with a shovel anymore, but I can do the things that I want to do now.
Well, it's been very gratifying to help people with their painful joints and other entities, and it's been especially gratifying to be able to help people who I know and have worked with and known for many years.